everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm going to tell you everything you must know about a 7-speed bicycle. Stick around. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about a 7-speed bicycle, but before I do that, hit subscribe, stay in touch with us here at 630, be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways, and of course new product releases for bikes, e-bikes, and accessories. All right, so you're in the market for a 7-speed bike, or you're interested in getting a bike with gears and you're not sure about 7 speeds. Let me tell you everything you need to know about a 7-speed bicycle. Now right here I have the 630 Every Journey Touring Hybrid Cruiser bike. This is a 7-speed I have in front of me, and this also comes in a 3-speed version. Now 7 speeds means you have 7 gears. The way this works is you have your front cog or chain wheel up here, and then you have your rear cogs back here. And you have 7 cogs or chain rings or chain wheels that you can see back here. And depending on which position the chain is in, that's what gear you're in. And depending on what gear you're in, it'll be either easier or harder to pedal. When you're in gear 1, it's going to be easy to pedal. When you're in gear 7, it's going to be harder to pedal. The purpose of gear 1 being easier to pedal is to help you up hills. Also, if you want to give your legs a break and just have no resistance, gear 1 is for that. If you want to work your legs harder or go faster, or you're on flat ground, or you're going downhill and you need the tension of the crank and the chain wheel to catch up to the speed you're going downhill, you want to be in 7th gear. So the chain will move according to how you shift. So if you shift from 1, it'll shift to the different cog and it'll shift the gears. It's important on 7-speed bikes that you must be pedaling if you have an external derailleur. So in this case, this is called an external derailleur, meaning it's external. Here it is. There are internal 7-speed hubs where the gears are inside the hub. That option is also available. Those are going to be a little bit more expensive than an external derailleur like you see here. Those are nice for some situations because they have everything contained in the hub, a little lower maintenance, although they're not as common, and you won't see them. We do have this in a version of an internal 7-speed. Periodically it's in stock and out of stock. It's a little bit more of a challenge to get it because it's not as common of a rear hub. So this is an external derailleur right here. You know, on a 7-speed, it's important that you do have the chain greased at least once or twice a year so the chain can move easily back here for shifting. So as you shift, it pulls the chain to the correct cog that corresponds to the gears. Now with a 7-speed, like I said, you need to be pedaling on the external derailleur for it to shift. You cannot be stopped. The chain has to be moving as you shift for the gears to change. If you shift while you're standing still and the bike's not moving, once you start pedaling again, you may cause problems with the chain falling off or other issues. It could get tangled. Now with the shifter, a very common shifter for a 7-speed bike is this twist shifter here. It's nice because you put your hand here on the grip, and actually the front half of your hand will already be on the shifter, and you can just go like this. And that will shift the gears. And right here, I have my indicator where I can actually see which gear I'm in. There's a little screen here, and I can see plus to go up, minus to go down. Pretty simple. Now there are other shifters that are available, but I would say a twist shifter is the most common on 7-speed bikes. There's something called a trigger shifter where you literally push with your thumb. It's like a trigger. You push with your thumb and that shifts gears. So you would push your thumb to go up, and then you would probably use your index finger to go down. So that's a different type of shifter. But I think for recreation and around town, it's a little bit easier for anyone that wants to make sure they're constantly keeping a good grip, where they can just easily twist up or down. The trigger shifter in some situations can be a little bit more challenging, but in some situations the trigger shifter can shift a little faster as well. So 7 speeds. Also, these are going to be bikes that are great for recreational, around town. really multi-purpose riding, but if you're looking to get into really high speeds, like above 12 miles an hour, then you may want more than 7 speeds. But if you have hills to deal with, and you need something that can get you up hills, 7 speed will do it, because you still have that low first gear where it's gonna be very easy to pedal. So you don't necessarily, need more gears. The first gear of a 7 speed, it'll do great on hills. It'll get you where you need to go. It'll roll easy on flat ground. That's a huge benefit of not just having 1 gear, but having the 7 gears. In addition to that, I'll just say not all 7 speeds have to have front and rear handbrakes. We do on this bike. It's a safer version. But if you're looking in the market, you may see some 7 speeds that possibly have, they could have no brake on the front. I guess you could have a coaster brake in the rear as well. Most or a lot of geared 7 speeds are going to have the ability to pedal backwards without stopping. That's called a freewheel. That's just kind of, again, you don't have any braking when you pedal backwards, but you don't necessarily have to have handbrakes on a 7 speed. That's just the feature we have here. Other than that, I love 7 speeds for the, intermediate rider, or the, couple times a week rider that doesn't need something with a ton of gears that become more complicated. When you start to get into 21 speeds, you're going to have 3 chain wheels on the front and the 7 on the back. It becomes a little bit more complex. The 7 speed is simpler, just easier maintenance, less issues that can occur while you're riding. So that's everything you need to know about a 7 speed. If I left something out, please comment below or email us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. You can find the Every Journey on our website, sixthreezero.com. And if you're in the market for a bike, 7 speed, and you don't know what you're looking for, take our proprietary body fit quiz. We'll answer a few questions about your body and your life, and we'll recommend the perfect bike for you. In addition to that, we have a 30-day test ride your bike policy. If you don't love it in 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. And join our Facebook Pedalers group and download our app before you purchase. You can see real riders logging their rides on the app, talk to them in the Pedalers group, ask them questions so you can figure out what's best for you. Then once you have your bike, post photos in the Pedalers group, make friends, compete on the leaderboard with the app. It's tons of fun. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.